Dear friends, welcome back. In this video, I'd like to take a look at one machine on the Van Hub, which is me and my girlfriend. Very funny name. In this video, I'd like to learn and practice a variety of important techniques. For example, we can use SQL map to test SQL injection vulnerability and how to make sure we set the request header properly, and also show you how to use Hydra to make brute forcing. So there will be a lot to take. Without further ado, let's just get started. Of course, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. You're greatly appreciated because this will help me with the YouTube algorithm. Okay, so now we can get really started. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be netdiscover. And we can press enter because I've already used the technique throughout my channel. As you can see, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 162. And then what do we have to do next? We need to do the port and self scanning with the map. To save time of this video, I've already completed before. So for now, we just get out its result. As you can see over here, I use the options like scene scan, the virtual scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option of all is ON to output the result into this file. Although, as you can notice here, the IP address of the target has been changed from the first time when I did the machine. So from the map scanning results, we can tell that the target has two open port numbers. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service or secure shell service, and also the version information, including the actual version number. Although this version is very outdated, but I don't think we can find any useful vulnerability except the username enumeration vulnerability, which is not what we want at this moment. The second one is 80, which is running HTTP service and also the version information Apache 2. So what are we going to do next? We need to do the enumeration with this web application, both manually and automatically. Let's fire up the browser of Firefox to do the manual enumeration first. And we can put the IP address of the target, IP address of the target into the address bar of the browser. Press enter. Oh, who are you, hacker? Sorry, this site can only be accessed local. Very interesting. And if we check its source code, the source code, as you can see, we got something behind the this message. Maybe you can search how to use this one, X forwarded for. This is one kind of request header. If you go to the Google, and you can make some research. And this request header is standard header for identifying the originating IP address of a client connecting to a web server through a proxy server. Okay, so I think we need to configure this header to be, localhost or 127.0.0.1. Okay, but before I do that, I'd like to do some more enumeration. For example, we need to check whether this site has robots file, right? Robots. Okay, and we got this information. This is the text file. We can copy and access this file. And great, so what you need now is reconnaissance, attack, and guard the shell. and nothing important, okay, or very useful. Anyway, next we can launch Ligato to do the automatic enumeration. As you know, we need to combine both manual enumeration and automatic enumeration very effectively. As you can see, the Ligato identifies some like directory like config, misc. Maybe we can take a look at the config. So we got the config.php, but when we access this file, we get nothing. And next we can check out the next one, misc, and the process. Similarly, we got nothing back from the web application. So next we can launch the GoBuster to do the directory enumeration. Press enter. As I mentioned over and over, following some sort of a methodology is key to success of penetration. So this is what I do the machines. This is the way I do the machine, okay? But I don't think we can find anything else from the GoBuster. To save time of this video, I'd like to stop here. So I think we need to go back. Nothing very important we can get from the enumeration besides the manual enumeration. As we know, we need to configure the X forwarded for header. And to do that, we can, for example, we can utilize like some plugin of the browser. Alternatively, we can use Burp Suite. This is I'm going to do, okay? So we can enable the proxy and we can launch the Burp Suite. Next. So next we can, for example, we can open and we can copy this request header. We can copy and make sure the proxy intercept option is on, and we can paste over here. So next, I think we can launch the request again, and we need to append the header. It should be the local host at and forward. Similarly, we need to append this header at forward. As you can see, this time we got a different page back from the target. Welcome to Saban Corporation, inspiring the people to great again. Yeah, and there's some links, hyperlinks like login, register, about. So maybe we can take a look at the login. And we need to append the header again. Otherwise, we'll get the same error. Localhost, append, forward. And so this we just forward. Okay, maybe I can close up this one. And we can try the, try to test weak credential vulnerability, like admin, and also admin as password, login. And we need to repeat this step. Add, forward. But we got the error, login failed. And we also need to localhost, add, forward. So next, maybe we can try to use SQL map to test whether the target is vulnerable to SQL injection vulnerability. And we can utilize the power of SQL map. And, for me, the easiest way is to combine the SQL map and Burp Suite. Okay? So how to do? We can trigger a new request again. and login, and we need to add the header localhost add, and then we can copy the request to a file, and we can use lim save. Okay, so now we can pull up the terminal, and then we can use SQL map and rec level, press enter. Of course, now SQL map has started its testing by different payloads, but I'd like to tell you, nothing we can get from the SQL map or is not vulnerable to SQL injection vulnerability. However, next I'd like to show you how to confirm our request is configured as we expect. I think in this case, the most important item of the header would be the X forwarded for. So how to make sure that, and we can combine the Burp Suite and the SQL map. Actually, we can set the proxy, and the proxy is equal to this address, and so it means that all traffic launched by the SQL map will go through this proxy, and this proxy is actually our Burp Suite. But of course, we can disable the intercept option. So now we can clear the history. We can select all of them and delete. We can delete. Okay, so now we can launch the SQL map again and go back to the Burp Suite. As you can see now, if you check the every request, and every request has header X forwarded for, right? So it means that we have already launched the SQL map testing properly. Of course, I don't think we can, I don't think the target is vulnerable to the SQL injection vulnerability. The key point here is to show you the important technique for the SQL map, okay? And also, in combination with the Burp Suite. So I'd like to, so I think so far we didn't get very exciting information or results. How to do? Actually, we need to, we need to enable the intercept option again, and we need to add the header and forward. As a matter of fact, we need to take a look at the register to see how the application is behaving. Okay, so now we can click. Localhost, add, forward, localhost, forward. Then we can, forward. We can, register a new user like a JSON and email anything. Okay. Test.com, and username is JSON. Maybe this one is JSON1, and the password to 12345. We can log in. Localhost, add, forward. Make sure every request header includes this item X forwarded for. Add. Okay, so now I think we can log in. We can use the JSON and password 12345. Click login. Local host forward local host forward. As you can see, we got to, we log in to this application with the new user. And this is dashboard. Welcome back. Are you ready for inspiring the people? Yes, I'm ready. Let's do it. And here, there is another link, hyperlink profile. We can click localhost and forward. As you can see, even under profile tab, we can change the password. And if you notice, I think the two things we need to take into consideration. The first one is pattern. As you can see here, the ID is 12. It means that there are at least 11 existing user. Okay, and even by changing the ID number, we can make lat movement to another user. Okay, so this is the first point. And here, even the password, if you open up the inspect and locate this one, we can get the clear text password. Of course, this is the password with what we submit. However, if you change the ID, like from the 1 and press enter, and we need to host forward. As you can see, we got the username. We can copy, and this should be the username. Even we can get the password. If you locate this element on the page, you can get the value. This should be the password. And if you change the ID to 2, and we can get other, oh sorry, not this one. What I'm doing, we need to copy this one. Localhost at forward, and we can get another username. We can copy, and similarly we can get the password, clear text password. Okay, so now we can move forward to 3. Not this one. Localhost at forward, and we can get the third username and also its corresponding password. Okay, so now we can change to 4. We copy this, so we do not need to type in to save the time. Okay, this should be the fourth username and its corresponding password. Okay, so now we can change it to 5. At forward, and we got the name and also its password accordingly. Okay, so now we can change it to 6. We can copy this item here, local host forward, but nothing returned. So maybe, we cannot get any more. All right, so far we have really got a very important information in terms of username and password. We can save all username to the dictionary, and we can Wahab me, and we can usernames. Okay, similarly for the password, we can use password text. Because from the Mmap scanning, we know that the target has SSH service running. So next we can launch Hydra, and with the uppercase L to specify the username dictionary, and the uppercase P to specify the password dictionary. Okay, followed by the IP address of the target. Press enter to see whether we can retrieve the valid combinations of username and password. Yeah, as you can see, we indeed find this credential. So then I think we can copy and paste over here. Next, we can log in or SSH to the target, and we can copy the password. Okay, and then we need to do some local enumeration, for example, like a bash history, and nothing there. And there is one very interesting directory, my secret, and we can get the first flag or user flag. So my brother, great, my brother, you saw the Alice note. Yeah, I think this should be the note of the Alice. Now you save the record information to give Bob. I know if it's given to him, then Bob will be hurt, but this is better than Bob cheated. Sorry, I think we can turn off the Bob suite, and we can cut out the notes. Like this company, I hope that here I get a better partner than Bob. Nothing interesting. So next we can go to the home directory. The 4 users. So how about this first one? Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Next, we can check the sudo to see whether the current user Alice can run sudo. It can. So I think the privilege escalation would be very straightforward and very easy. We just, as you know, utilize the PHP binary or the utility to elevate privilege. So, however, the question is how to do. Okay. And now we can go to the website of the GTF OBINS. This website contains a lot of instructions, how to utilize different binaries to elevate privilege. So we can put PHP and go to the sudo section. So for us, we just do, we just follow the instruction or the commands given by this website. We can paste over here. Next, we can run this command. And ID, as you can see, we successfully switched or elevate privilege the shell to the root user, and then we can navigate to root directory to grab the final flag without any problem. So that's all I'd like to take in this video. See you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.